Threesomes are absolutely awesome, and anyone who tells you otherwise is straight up lying to you. Maybe they're trying to protect you so you don't get depressed because you haven't had one yet. My name is Stirling. I'm an award-winning adult film star, former high-class male companion, and I'm here to help you improve your sex life. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to set up threesomes, and I'm going to teach you how to capitalize on them and get the most enjoyment, the most fun out of your threesome experiences. So most threesomes do not come from you randomly picking up two girls. That is like the unicorn, the super unicorn fantasy, porno fantasy setup, right? That very, very rarely happens. Even with guys that I know who get laid all the goddamn time, they have a ton of threesomes. The most common way to set up threesomes, and really the easiest way to set up threesomes, is to have your main chick already. So, having a main chick who is bisexual is extremely important, or at least bi-curious. That is, if you want to have lots of threesomes, you want to have threesomes in your life, that is kind of the core building block of getting lots of threesomes, is having a main chick who is bisexual. So then what do? Well, then you can either go create a couple's dating profile on all the different dating apps, and you can start hunting around looking for other interested women. Or you can go out to bars and hunt together as a team. Or the other way you can do it is basically set up your relationship scenario where she is loyal to you and you fuck around. And that means that once she's cool with that, and she's also bisexual, then you go out and you hunt women individually and you screen them for bisexuality, and then you bring this third girl, or a third wheel, a third person, her, right, into the dynamic with you and your main chick. So one of the ways you can start to kind of implement this idea of having a threesome with your main chick is introducing what I like to call, or what basically is a cuckweening fantasy. So a lot of you might be familiar with the term cuckold. It's, you know, when a dude's missus is getting fucked by another guy. The opposite of that is called cuckweening, and that's when I go and fuck another chick in front of my main chick. Okay? Now this is a fantasy you can start playing around with and embedding in her head, okay, during the act of sex. And here's a way you might do that. I might be mid-sex fucking my main chick, and then I'll whisper some dirty shit in her ear. I'll start describing a scenario to her. This scenario might be something like, imagine how fucking hot it would be for you to be tied up in the corner right there, watching me fuck another girl like this. And you make sure you're fucking her good when you say that. So and you're using the room you're in as like the perfect example. So you're fucking her, and she's enjoying it, and then you're planting that idea, that fantasy in your head of, imagine if you were in that corner watching this, and watching me do it to somebody else, right? Women are far more susceptible to suggestion during the act of sex, right? So this is a good way to start introducing this fantasy. And you drip feed it. You drop it in once or twice, okay? And then, but you drop it in once or twice during sex before you ever bring it up outside the bedroom, in the real world. The next step you can take after you've kind of implanted that fantasy in her head is you can have her get ready for a fake threesome. And what I mean by a fake threesome is you tell her, hey baby, I've found this chick, she's keen, she's into you, she wants to come over and play with us. You know, maybe show her photos of some girl you're already talking to or whatever. Now here's the thing, it never happens. What you're doing, you're deliberately like not having a threesome. You're telling her, hey, we're gonna have a threesome with this girl, and then that girl is gonna magically cancel at the last minute. But here is the important part. She is gonna spend that whole day getting herself ready psychologically for a threesome with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you've told her, hey, this girl's keen, she's gonna come over Thursday night, whatever, we're gonna have a threesome with her. Your girl's like, okay, cool, she's kind of excited, she's kind of nervous about it, she's kind of excited, and then the day of, you tell her, baby, I want you to get the house ready for it. Let's get the house ready and let's make it look real nice. Bring out the candles, bring out the toys, get the mood lighting ready, whatever it is, right? You make her put time and energy and investment into the setup of the threesome, right? So then she's getting more invested in it, and like I said before, psychologically, she's getting herself mentally prepared for it. And then at the last minute, you're like, sorry baby, she cancelled. Flaky woman. And then you give her a fucking amazing night of sex, okay? You're rewarding her getting herself mentally prepared and comfortable with the idea of sharing you with another chick. So that is another step to prepare before the first actual threesome. Really, really helps you. So once you actually are in your first threesome scenario, how do you play this? What do you do? How do you make sure this is how do you make sure this is fun for everybody involved, and how do you make sure it happens again and again? The key, in my experience, is to make it about the chicks, not about you. They should be the focus of attention first. So encourage them to make out with each other. Encourage them to explore each other's bodies, right? And then you join in. If there is, here's the thing, if there's two girls like making out and having a good time, and they're not lesbians, they're actually into dudes as well. If there's an erect penis around, it's gonna get played with. So you just sort of hang out, be there, encourage what's going on, let those two girls get comfortable with each other and explore each other. And this is important because it starts to, that'll eliminate the jealousy thing. Because there's always if you've got a main chick and you're bringing another chick in, there's gonna be an element of jealousy involved. So the idea is, if you want this to be a regularly recurring thing, you wanna crush that jealousy. You wanna get rid of as much of that jealousy as you possibly can. And the best way to do that is to have the two girls actually like each other and get off with each other. To have each other as, very strong, compatible sexual partners. And then insert penis here. Then after that, what you should do is you should focus your attention first on your main chick, okay? And then the two of you focus your attention on this new girl. It's like, the frame is like, she is this fun play toy for you and your main girl to enjoy together, okay? Because that way, it's, again, we're trying to eliminate that jealousy, right? Because you don't want your main girl to feel like left out, to feel like a third wheel, to feel jealous. You want this to be a fun experience for her, so you get more of them. So you're engineering we're playing the long game here, right? We're going to make sure that this is a fun scenario. We have a great first impression of threesomes as a couple together, so that moving forward, we just keep doing this again and again and again because it's so much goddamn fun for us. Now, if you've magically pulled off like the two random girls threesome, right? You go to a bar and you pull two girls at once, or you magically string together two girls who are into you to come over to your place at the same time. And neither of them is like your main chick. In that situation, you're doing the same thing, but what you want to do is, you can follow all the same steps, right? But instead of having a main, what you want to do is identify which of these two girls is the more dominant one and which one's the more submissive one. And the dominant one, it takes sort of the place of your main in that previous setup that I explained. So, have the two girls making out. Which one of these two is more dominant? She's the more dominant one, cool. I go with her first, and then us two go on to the submissive one and have fun with the submissive one. All right, let's talk about positions, because, like I said, threesomes are the funnest goddamn thing you could ever possibly do. And these three positions I'm going to give you right now will optimize your experience. Okay, so first off, we have the love triangle. All right, you want one girl sitting on your face, one girl riding your dick, and then making out with each other. So you form this fantastic love triangle. This is fucking awesome. You get to get both girls off at the same time while they stare each other in the eye. Again, this is a really good, strong, bonding. We're all having fun, like kind of energy you're adding into the sexual experience. The next one is the your next stare down train. So basically, you're behind one girl, fucking her. That girl is then eating the pussy of the next girl, and you're locking eyes with that second girl. Basically communicating that this what I'm doing with this girl right here is going to happen to you next. Like, get ready, And it creates that anticipation, builds that anticipation. You can throw dirty talk in there around that. But again, everyone is kind of involved in a very intimate way. Especially, again, this is really important why eye contact in threesomes is super, super important and super, super awesome as well. I can't emphasize enough how awesome threesomes are, okay? And my personal favorite position to finish a threesome in is basically the two girls 69ing, right? And then you going doggy style on the girl on top. And the girl on the bottom can then lick your balls and suck her clit at the same time. It's fucking amazing. Like, there is no feeling on planet Earth that compares to that. And then you can jizz in this girl's pussy and it can drip on the girl's face and shit or whatever. It is, I guarantee you, if you're in a threesome, that's the way you want to finish. It is a shitload of fun. Thank me afterwards. Now, you might find that you're getting a bit overexcited in a threesome and you're struggling to last longer. So I highly suggest, if you find yourself in that situation, that you check out this video right here where you can learn some hacks to last a bit longer.